G'day, David Seymour, back with another segment of the nitty gritty of selling. A few more sort of hardcore questions for you salespeople. Here's the thought. How much time and energy and even money has been spent trying to find buyers, trying to find sellers, trying to find new clients that you can do business with? And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you spend time and money and energy attracting your clientele. And then you get a no from them and you drop them like a hot cake because you don't want to spend time with people who waste your time. Let me tell you about a little incident that happened. It would be maybe 13 or 14, 15 years ago now. I was out looking to buy a house. I was actually a cash buyer, didn't have a property to sell, mortgage approval, all of that in place. I went to a couple of open homes one day, and now this is before I was in real estate. I was selling Sunshine Homes at the time. Go through an open home, do the old register thing and everything else. That was a Sunday. About Wednesday or Thursday that week, I get a phone call from the agent, and I won't talk about who it was or anything, but they're not in business anymore to the best of my knowledge. Hi, is that David Seymour? Yes, it is. Well, just phoning about the house at Smith Street that you came through. Oh, look, that doesn't really suit me. Okay then, bye. And I looked at my phone and it was a 30-second conversation, and I thought, what a waste of fucking time that was. And what do I mean by that? What I mean was she didn't even take the time to ask me about what it was that I was hoping to achieve. Now, most salespeople make this mistake. You just take no for an answer. You take it as 100% done, not interested, move on. Well, the thing was, it was about a week or maybe 2 weeks later, I went and spent $300,000 buying the house that did suit me. And it wasn't through that agent. Now, if that agent had maybe taken a little bit of time and just asked me a few questions, you may have got a deal. Oh, I hear you say, well, I've got my listings to deal with. I don't have time to waste on buyers who waste my time. Fuck me. Are you making that much money that you cannot afford a bit of time to help a buyer out? Seriously. Are you really making that much money that it's a waste of time with a buyer just to ask a few more simple questions? You know, I hear people saying how tough the market is and, you know, this is happening and that's happening, blah, blah, blah. But salespeople need to make a bit more effort to spend a bit more time with people. Now, you all know, deep down, you know that there are buyers who come through properties and the property doesn't suit, but they are going to buy something. Why not? Why not try and be the person that helps them? Because here's the long-term gain. You help them into a house. You spend a bit of time with them and they become to learn to trust you and know you and like you. They become a client for life. And in 3 or 5 years' time, if you're still in the industry and you've stayed in touch, done that follow-up every 6 to 12 months, at least, they come to sell their house because they've got 2 more kids and they need more space. Who's going to be the agent of choice? It's what you do today pays dividends way down the track sometimes. For God's sake, unless you're earning $1 squillion and have no financial issues in your life and don't really need any income, start thinking about looking after the people. Spend a bit of time asking some of those questions. What's your time frame? What's your budget? Where do you want to be? Simple. Pay a little bit of attention to them. It's not that hard. But I see so many agents fail at it because they get a note. Oh, hang up. Next call, please. Because time's so more important, because you'd rather be having a game of golf or going fishing or, I don't know, playing poker or whatever it is you do, than spending time trying to actually forge yourself a good career. Don't pass up these opportunities, because the next agent down the line, when they get the phone call and does that, and then you see that buyer buying a house, it could have been you earning that commission. It's the same with car salesmen. Car salesmen are just as bad. Boat salesmen are probably just as bad. And tradespeople are just as bad. Because you do a quote, for example, as a tradesperson, and you quote $5,500 for this job, and the person says, oh, you're a little bit dear. Dear compared to what? Did you even actually phone those people back to see if they're interested in your quote? Come on, spend a little bit of time creating yourself an income by actually just being a little bit more better. You only have to be 10 to 15% more better, and I tell you what, you'll near double your freaking income. It's not that hard. I'm David Seymour. That's the life lesson today, the nitty-gritty of selling.